Yup, that's me. Hightailing it down a hotel corridor with my crew, desperately dodging a pride of prowling cougars in lacy lingerie like a cheesy American Pie sequel. Who knew karma could be such a tease? Trashterpiece Theater, Greed, Granny, and Garter belts.
Back in the Rockaware track jacket and Sean John velour days, I used to run with some getting money niggas, some thug ass niggas, though I myself was not a thug ass or getting money nigga. I was, in fact, a wild boy though, and we'd gather on 22nd and Lippincott to make sure collective moves were made every weekend. One particular week, Bruce told us it was going to be a hotel party with a bunch of half-naked young joints frolicking and gyrating about. Friday came and I got to the block early smelling like issey miyake and over-anxiousness. I dapped everyone up and realized one notable absence. Bruce. Where the f*** was Bruce? What seemed like hours passed before Bruce finally showed up. We were all hyped like, yo, where the party at? Bruce told us he was waiting to hear back from his old head about the location. So we waited some more. Minutes turned into an hour turned into a couple hours, and Bruce's old head went from not answering his phone to the phone going straight to voicemail. So now we're all super frustrated that we're not going to get to see young, tender, half-naked hotel booty. But calling it a night was not an option. There was one place we could go that never let us down. There was one place we could go to have our disappointment quenched.
Where everybody knows your name.
We get there and the bouncer was relieved to see us. Homie was always really cool to us, but he gave us desperate energy that night. He dapped us up and said he was genuinely glad to see us. Said there was nothing but women in there and they were pissed at the lack of men.
Nigga!
We slid in and there was nothing but women in there. We got mauled as soon as we hit the dance floor. Back in the day before your auntie had bad knees and hips, Nelly had her flapping her wings all over us. While we were having it our own way on the dance floor, Bruce was still trying to get his old head on the phone. He was hell-bent on seeing young tenderonis in lace. The rest of us were unconcerned. We were in the moment. Women were filling us up and buying us drinks. It was like Zeus was raining down blessings from Mount Thotnig Olympus. And then it happened. Bruce finally got in touch with his old head and he gave up all the details. Homie said it wasn't a regular hotel party. It was actually a lingerie party. He told Bruce we needed to rush down to the airport Hawthorne Suites immediately because there were no men there. The Johns was waiting for us. We were torn on what to do, but decided that everyone would go with the consensus. We were all gonna go, we were all gonna stay. It was an easy decision, really. At the Stinger, the ratio was about 15-1. Who knew what was waiting at the airport? The women at the Stinger were all over us. There was absolutely no logical reason to leave. We pull up to the Hawthorne Suites parking lot, anxious, giddy, feeling blessed, got out the cars and all turned to Bruce like, yo, what room are they in? Bruce was like, oh shit, he ain't tell me that.
Nigga!
Bruce called his old head for the room number, but of course Bull didn't answer. We was pissed but committed. We decided we were gonna split up, go down different corridors and listen for loud music, then meet back in 10 minutes. 7 thug niggas and 1 thug adjacent nigga embarked on an epic quest. 10 minutes later, 6 thug niggas and 1 thug adjacent nigga returned. Bruce was missing. His trash ass then found the party and didn't come tell us. So we headed down the corridor. He walked and started listening to doors. We get to one door and I can hear loud music. So I knocked. Door opens. It's dark. It took a few seconds for my eyes to adjust from the bright corridor to the dark room. First thing I noticed was a ton of food everywhere. Then my eyes adjusted more to reveal the predicament. We just walked into a den of horny middle-aged women. These were grown women, old enough to be our mamas, and they was bigger than most of us. There was liquor and food everywhere, but it was clear we were on the menu. We were expecting young, inviting sex kittens, but we got aggressive, weathered war cats. We had no plan. It was Lord of the Flies, every man for himself. Ron was with the shits though. He went straight to the couch and got devoured by 2 battle cats. Nell was smart. He stood against the wall so none of them could sneak up from behind. Bruce just drank all their liquor up. I guess if it was going down, at least he wouldn't remember any of it. The rest of us either got attacked or ran for our lives. I was hoping we could just leave, but there were 2 beef eaters blocking our exit. I got flanked by 2 women just like at the Stinger, except these women could have been their mamas. And they may have been. Philly ain't but so big. The middle-aged man-eaters started feeling me up and trying to strip me. So I'm watching as my niggas get manhandled and chased about while these 2 baby boomers were trying to remove my clothing. And I knew we had to think of a way to get the fuck out of there. So I just blurted out, yo, chill right quick. We're gonna go to the car, smoke a couple L's, and we're gonna come right back. One of the combat cougars replied, that's what the last nigga said and they ain't never came back. It was at that moment my life flashed before my eyes. We were almost ready to wave the white flag, but we kept the lie going. Nah, seriously, we gonna go blow this Dutch right quick, then we gonna come back and blow y'all backs out. That got them all happy and shit, so they allowed us to leave. We walked out the door in waves, and I just kept talking shit, laying it on thick while my niggas escaped. Yeah, we gonna come back and give y'all that daddy dick. I mean, my young ass just assumed that's the type of shit older Jones wanted to hear. As almost everyone got out the door, Bruce yelled for Ron to come on. He waved us off. I was like, yo, come the fuck on. Ron, without skipping a beat, yelled back, fuck you. The jovial Jaguars walked us to the door. Y'all better come right back. We walked a few steps down the corridor and started haul-assing. I was feeling relieved until someone yelled, they chasing us, yo, they chasing us. I looked back to see the lecherous leopards charging down the hall. The good news is they didn't chase us far. I'm assuming their knees, hips, and ankles started cracking. You can't just be cold running at that age. You gotta stretch first. We didn't stop running though. We ran to the parking lot. Niggas was sliding across their car hoods like the Dukes of Hazzard. We got in and took off back up I-76. It was super quiet in my car, so I tried to end the awkwardness like, yo, that shit was shut the f up. We got back to the block and everyone was quiet. Nell broke the silence. Yo, no one ever speak on this. Ever. One by one, we got in our cars and went home. A year or 2 later, we were on the block reminiscing. I started in like, yo, remember that time we got trapped in the... Everyone turned around like... I shut my mouth and never brought it up again. Thank you for watching Trashterpiece Theater. I hope you enjoyed this joint. If you're new, go catch some of the older episodes. If you want to support the channel, you can join the Patreon, drop $1 or $10 into the Cashapp, or just hit the like button and leave a comment. All of the above helps.
By the roadside with a whole lot of